Welcome, Comet staff, to your professional learning day on what I imagine is a beautiful Friday morning here in February. Let's quickly do a review of today's festivities. Hopefully you had a chance to take a look at the quick introduction video, so I'm not going to go over too much. At the end of this video, we are going to have our cultural and climate questionnaire we'd like everyone to fill out. Our yearly mid-year highlight of our chili and soup bowl competition will begin promptly at 11:30, and we promise to have everyone out of here at the appropriate time. We have a couple overarching themes that we're going to continue to speak about today, mainly the continuation of oar work, where we're going to be reconditioning, reinvigorating, and rejuvenating your oar. And I think that's a perfect thing to do in the middle of February. A quick reminder of the oar: it's the energy of your life. It is your why, your mission, your purpose. It's individualized. It's the tool that moves your boat and the symbol of energy that you possess as you make a difference here at Genoa. As we dove into our why earlier in the year, we utilized a Japanese philosophy called Ikigai to dive into each one's why. Ikigai is a Japanese concept that we talked about earlier in the year that helps you describe your own value or worth. In other words, what gets you out of bed each day. And we look at a few different components: your passion, your mission, your profession, your vocation, and we put those together to find your why. We've been calling that pursuit oar work. Here at the district, we have our own whys, and that's our vision and our mission. Our mission is educating and empowering all students to find their purpose, explore their path, and discover their passion. And our vision is empowering our students to be future ready. In the past, we've joked about the different modes of transportation we've taken a look at to conceptualize our why and our movement as a district. And although we're still rowing the boat, let's think outside the box a bit and apply some principles from an airplane to our vision of empowering our students to be future ready.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
President Kennedy's bold vision unleashed our imagination. If we could put a man on the moon within the decade, what else could we do? Suddenly, the impossible seemed possible. And throughout the 60s, America would experience a renaissance of new possibilities, philosophies, and serious challenges.
In living color.
Listen to a story about it.
Leave it to
Mr. Whipple.
President Kennedy died.
The Beatles!
Hello.
I didn't ask for a declaration of war.
We'll get to the promised land.
Across the nation, citizens were picketing and boycotting, sitting in and standing up, searching for answers, pushing barriers, and demanding change. With each passing year, the status quo was losing its status. But amidst all the social unrest, America remained intent on winning the space race. Being first to the moon was important, but sustaining our lead would require much more. Whether it's sports, business, education, or an entire nation, sustainable success requires vision and unwavering commitment to the future. To sustain the lead, America would require generations of smart kids ready to grab the baton and boldly go where no person had gone before. By 1969, America's commitment to education was unprecedented. I know. I was in 6th grade at the time. What I didn't know is that a simple science experiment would not only change my reality, but that of my classmates, my teacher, and perhaps even yours. In addition to being a wonderful person, Mrs. Hackett was an excellent teacher and a great patriot too. She took the challenge of educating America's youth to heart. Who knew? Maybe one of us would invent a future rocket, crack the code of life, or create innovative products that would change the world. She increased our general math and science curriculum and spent an entire week teaching us about aerodynamics. At the end of the week, she announced,
"We're going to test our knowledge by conducting a paper airplane contest. At the conclusion of the experiment, we will evaluate the winning plane to determine why it has flown the farthest."
We were each given a piece of construction paper. Armed with our newly acquired knowledge, we carefully crafted what we each believed would be the winning plane.
Remember what we learned. The sharper the wings, the less drag. The less drag, the farther your plane will travel.
One by one, my classmates stepped to the line and launched their planes. A few planes barely flew 5 feet, while others traveled surprisingly far. The class was ready to declare a winner when Mrs. Hackett noticed one boy had yet to take his turn.
"Come on, Jeff, hurry along."
Everyone waited with great anticipation. And then Jeff revealed his masterpiece. As the crowd began to snicker, Jeff responded accordingly. Time stopped. Reality shifted. Jeff's plane had traveled farther than the leading planes had flown. No one knew what to think, not even Mrs. Hackett. While no official winner was declared, that day I realized while knowledge is important, creativity is our most powerful asset. It always has been. Creativity can change reality. A few months later, on July 20th, along with millions of others, I watched as Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin made history. Indeed, it was a giant leap for mankind. But accomplishments like that don't just happen. They require us to look beyond our initial perceptions. They take vision, clear goals, an unwavering commitment. Diverse people willing to ask questions, to challenge the status quo and take a stand. They require looking ahead, preparing for future success, sharing knowledge, remaining open-minded, learning from experience, and measuring our progress. We put a man on the moon, and that was nearly half a century ago. By embracing creativity and having the courage to take action, imagine what we could do today.
So since today we're only talking about our OR, I'm not going to talk about the compass of our district, which is our core values. OR work isn't just something we all should be doing individually, but something we need to be doing as a district. To talk about our district OR work, here's Mr. Ferguson to give us a school report update on our future strategic planning with the Impact Group.
Good morning, everyone. I hope this finds you all doing well. Welcome to our second PL day of the school year. I hope that you are going to get a lot out of the day today, and just hope you have a relaxing and enjoyable day. Looking forward especially to the Soup and Chili Challenge later on today. So, we've talked already this morning a little bit about our why. So why are we here? And I think we all instinctively know that. But from time to time, we need to remind ourselves and sometimes be reminded of why we're here. So as a district, we have to look at those things and scrutinize those questions that come about with that. So to that end, we are engaged with a company called the Impact Group. They're going to help us form our strategic plan going forward. They will be conducting focus groups, one-on-one interviews. They'll be meeting with students, staff, community members, business leaders, our Board of Education, and our administration. So we're looking for a clear path going forward. We believe strongly in our core beliefs and our mission and vision statement, but we need the feedback from you as well as our community to make sure we are addressing the needs of our students and actually doing the things that our community thinks we should be doing in regards to our students' education. In the coming weeks and months, the Impact Group will be conducting focus groups. On March 21st, they will be meeting with our staff, our community leaders, and our Board of Education. And they'll be moving forward from there. At the end of it all, they will be providing us with an action plan to meet those goals and objectives that they believe and we believe are important to continuing to move our district forward. Now, make no mistake about it. We have a great district. We have great staff and students, but in the interest of always moving forward and trying to do better, we think this is an essential piece to making sure we are continuing to meet the needs of our students. So I ask you, when you have the opportunity to contribute to the Impact Group's interviews and focus groups, that you take advantage of it. We want your feedback. You are at the ground level of what we do every day for our students. So please take advantage of that opportunity when it presents itself. We will be putting out more information as we get closer to those dates for the focus groups and interviews. And sincerely hope that you will take part in this process. So thank you for all you do for our kids, and I ask that you remember to continue to plan for what comes next for them. Make sure that they are future ready. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Take care. Talk to you later.
Awesome. So as a reminder, our focus group day is going to be March 21st. Go ahead and put that down on your calendar, and more information will come out soon. So it comes back to why? Why, oh why do we need to know the why? Let's head to a quick video from John Gordon on knowing your why.
And I want to encourage you to remind yourself why you do what you do. There's a great story about Lyndon Johnson. He was touring NASA. He came across a janitor that was cleaning up like the Energizer Bunny. He went up to the janitor and he said, "I have never seen anyone take such pride in their work. You are the best janitor I have ever seen." The janitor turned to the President of the United States and said, "Sir, I'm not just a janitor. I helped put a man on the moon." So even though he was cleaning the floors in the halls of NASA, he saw his bigger purpose as putting a man on the moon. Everyone here has a bigger purpose together to transform the lives of these children. I met a bus driver at a conference not too long ago. I was speaking on the energy bus, of course. When I was done, the gentleman came up to me at the end. He was an older gentleman. He said, "John, I'm a local pastor of this small little church around here. I started driving a bus for the insurance benefits and the salary. But a funny thing happened after a few years of driving this bus. I realized I was having a bigger impact on people's lives as a bus driver than I was as the pastor of this church." You see, he taught me a great lesson. You don't have to go on a mission trip to be on a mission. Every day we can bring our mission and our purpose and our passion to the work that we do.
So why the why? Because we don't get burned out because of what we do. We get burned out because we forget why we do it. And here at Genoa, we know our why. Educating and empowering all students to find their purpose, explore their path, and discover their passion. Restoration is a process. Let's all continue to come together to, you knew we were going to end with this, row the boat. And don't forget, before you leave here, click on that Culture and Climate questionnaire. This is 100% anonymous. Again, thank each and every one of you for everything you do. I hope this day is a day where we continue restoration. Let's all row the boat, and we'll see you at lunch.